Hi, my name is Houston. I had AC separation May 20th. It was a stage 3. I ended up having my collarbone protrude about 20+% up from normal. It took me about 3 or 4 weeks to get in contact with the appropriate people to be able to pay for any type of surgery and sign up for any type of assistance. Once the assistance was available, I had to wait about another 3 weeks to speak to a surgeon. Once I spoke to the surgeon, they wanted to have me do surgery the next day. I waited about 5 days to do it. The surgery went rather well. It ended up being about a 2-hour surgery. They were supposed to do an allograft, and that's putting a cadaver ligament into the area where they they screw a few holes into the clavicle bone, and down below run very strong, like string type material through it, and pull the collarbone back down to where it's supposed to sit. They also put a few buttons on the top and the bottom, and screw those in really tight. They're metal buttons. What ended up happening is that once the doctor was in and the surgery was taking place, they recognized that my bone was very healthy, and all the scar tissue that was around was also very healthy and still alive. So she decided against putting the allograft in, so I don't have a cadaver's ligament in there at all, which is a great thing. Yesterday was the surgery. After the surgery, I had a nerve block put in, and unfortunately the nerve block affected my left arm. So after the surgery, I was unable to use both of my arms for a very considerable amount of time, which made life very interesting and made me depend upon anyone I could, even just to drink a glass of water to take medication. It was very stressful, very hard. Once the 8 to 10 hours wore off on the nerve block, my left arm came back to normal. And I also started feeling an increased amount of nerve pain in this area as well. So what happened was, I put a lidoderm patch, a lidocaine, put a patch here to help block the nerve pain, and I continued taking Percocet every hour from the surgery until about 9 o'clock at night, and then I began to take, what is this called? Neurontin. I took Neurontin, which is another pain medication. It's supposed to be taken on a regular schedule, so it keeps a consistent balance in your system. And increase the dosage of the Percocet from 1 to 2, and then eventually from 2 to 3. Throughout the night, I slept on a recliner, which I would definitely suggest anyone who's having AC surgery or any type of shoulder surgery whatsoever, that the first few nights or few weeks, having a recliner is one of the best things possible. Motorcycle, can't really hear me, but it was great to be able to close my eyes and rest without having my shoulder drop and that increased amount of pain. Throughout the night, I woke up taking more Neurontin and more Percocet, and this morning when I woke up around 7 a.m., the pain had increased to about the level that it was directly after the surgery, which means I was in a considerable amount of pain, more like a 9 and a 10 on their pain level. So I took 2 Percocets this morning and 1 Neurontin, and about a half hour later I took another Percocet. And about 2 hours later, we contacted the surgeon that's on call today, 'cause today's the 4th of July. Holiday, and asked if I was also able to take ibuprofen to help the swelling and whatever else, and he said yes. So I also started taking ibuprofen. So now I'm on 3 different kinds of medication just for the pain, and I'll tell you what, the pain goes away after I take a considerable amount of it for about an hour, maybe 2 if I'm lucky. So I've been having a considerable amount of pain, which is normal, and yeah, that's what's going on with me. Very happy that the surgery was done. Like I said, it was a 2-hour surgery, and I was in the first waiting room for about 3 to 4 hours as they were pumping me full of medication and doing the nerve block. Once I was done, I was able to be released right around 12:30. So I went in, surgery started around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I was released by about 12:30 to go home. Today, I have movement in my hand and my arm. It doesn't hurt very bad anywhere else except for, obviously, right where they drilled. Today's the first day after the surgery, and I will continue to do a little blogs here and there about the issue. And I hope this helps somebody, and because I found some information online that helped me as well. So just make sure if you are having surgery done, that it's something that you need, not that you want, and that you are able to deal with the pain that is there. That's actually more painful than the original injury itself. Because they are drilling into your bones if that's how they proceed to do it for you. And there's a bunch of, fresh rips and tears in here, and it's just, everything's settling back down again. I hope this works out for you. Again, sleeping on a recliner is really the best thing for you. And making sure that you're drinking plenty of water with the medication, so that you don't become either constipated or dehydrated, and just allow yourself to mentally be available, because the pain really is considerable. But once you get it under management control, it seems to be much better.